As Wizards of the Coast tries to get the hype train started for Dominaria Remastered and Phyrexia All Will Be One, it's being overtaken by the hate train. And that train is really crowded. Wizards of the Coast continues to believe it's business as usual. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here, and thanks again for hanging out with me on the channel today. Big shout out to everyone who's hitting that subscribe button. We're only 225 subscribers away from hitting 15,000. Thanks again, guys. What a crazy journey it's been so far. And of course, to my regular viewers who are tuning in each and every day, supporting this channel, watching my content, giving my videos a thumbs up, and leaving those comments. Guys, it's great talking to you each and every day. I really appreciate it. And of course, this channel would be nothing without my Patreon members who support this channel each and every month. Can't wait and look forward to seeing you guys on the live stream each and every Sunday. When your house is on fire, isn't it advantageous to call the fire department to put it out? To stop the fire from burning the building to the ground? Apparently, Chris Cox and Cynthia Williams have not gotten the memo on this yet, because they're acting as if it's business as usual. Their PR campaign, if anything, is speeding up. They are trying to get the hype train back in gear. They're trying to chug, get it going. They really are. They're stoking the fire. And this is how you know they're trying. This is how you actually can tell that there is a problem. They know there is, and they're hoping that if they put their hand up, you'll just forget about it. If they say, "Look at the flashy thing," you'll look over there and forget the pain and trouble they've just put you through. But the players are not as forgiving as I am. They're not as forgiving as some other players might be. The majority of players are still really upset about this, and they're not going to let it go. Now let's first jump back here. The M30. It's out there. It's in history now. It's in the past. But players, some people can really hold a grudge. They really can't let it go. I'm not sure they should. They tried to charge us $1,000 for 4 packs of randomized gambling card proxies that didn't have any value to the price-sensitive consumers that they say they're making products for. Interesting. Now, look at what they're trying to do. We have Dominaria Remastered coming up. It is going to be a good set. It's filled with awesome reprints, a lot of excitement around it. Some players are looking forward to it. Great. Awesome. Phyrexia All Will Be One. Coming out in February. Looking good. People are just getting pumped up. I know some friends of mine are kind of like, no, they're not buying, by the way. I am. They're not. Just so you guys are aware. Just so I can put that slate out there saying it's clean. I said I'm probably buying a box or two. They're buying nothing. Although I'm probably mostly going for singles and for some stuff for the channel. But here's where things get interesting. Here's how you know that they know there's a problem, but they're not going to say it. They're going to put their hand up and just say, "Don't look here." Dominaria Remastered was spoiled in a couple of days. They put everything out there so you know what you'd be buying. Here it is. Here's your chances. Here's the great cards we put in. Feast your eyes on this. Now we jump ahead only a couple of days, and they already jump into Phyrexia All Will Be One spoilers right away. And they put some juicy ones out. They're like, "Here, take a look at these. Look at these awesome cards." You guys can look them up. I didn't really do a video for that. I'm just saying they're out there, okay? Now, does that seem normal to you? Is that how Wizards normally operates? In a fiscal manner? When they're trying to build a hype train up? No. They like to tease you and space things out. But now they recognize they're in trouble. They may not be saying it to the players. They may not be saying it as an apology. But somewhere down the track line, the Q4 profits are due. And they're doing whatever they can without admitting anything, that there's a problem and they got to fix it. So they're hoping by putting these spoilers out, it will entice players a little bit more to start putting pre-orders in, because they are hearing it from the distributors. I know that for a fact. Because the LGSers are not pre-ordering. There is a whole lagging delay now on sealed product as a whole. The market is down. I've told you guys this. We just covered it in yesterday's video. Phyrexia All Will Be One. That there's about a 35% overall drop in anything sealed selling. Okay? That means pre-orders, everything. It's all down massively. And a lot of the stores don't have the liquidity to do it. But here we go. You look at Remastered. You look at Phyrexia All Will Be One. These are two tools that they have that they're going to try to sell to the public. But they would not normally be spoiling what they're spoiling right now. They jumped everything out really quick to try to build some kind of momentum back for the company. To put a few people behind them saying, look at this great product. Here is the hype train. Come on board. We got lots of room. What they didn't know, or they do know and don't want to admit, is there's a parallel train now. That train is right beside them. But it's a lot bigger than they are. It's faster. And it's filled with rage, anger, frustration. That's the hate train. Moxman coined that one. That's the hate train. And the hate train is full of people. Do you know, I put up that video, Phyrexia All Will Be One, because I still think it's going to be a good product. It's going to have some good cards. Probably has some long-term value because it's standard set like this. And a lot of players didn't watch the video, didn't care. That tells me that the audience does not forgive, does not forget, and is not ready to let that matter lie. Which means you guys aren't done talking about this. You're not done venting frustration over this. The fact we had price increases. The fact that this product actually costs a few bucks more. Now, I don't know if that's coming from Hasbro and Wizards or just from the local level of what LGSs are going through, trying to struggle and stay afloat. But the prices are up a little bit. But the sales are down. They're trying to drain more money from wallets that are already kind of cash-strapped and fatigued. I get that. Especially when it comes to the remastered product. That's going to be a little more difficult of a sell for some players as opposed to a standard set that people will probably horse around with on Arena, do some draft nights, pre-releases, and there's generally new cards there compared to a reprint set. This is all very interesting to watch players in the driver's seat. Remember that. It doesn't matter what Wizard says. You players out there are in the driver's seat. You choose to watch this content. You choose to put these comments in the comment section. You choose to buy singles. You choose to buy draft. You choose to influence your friends or not. Players are deciding how things are unfolding right now, and that is something that Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast either is unaware or doesn't want to admit and is scared. It's one or the other. And this kind of interesting situation that's unfolding isn't done yet. We won't really know how bad things are. I mean, the Fireside Chat kind of gave you a hint that the Q4 is not going to be what they need it to be in February. Okay? Things are going to be a little bit slow. Sales are going to be a little bit lower. And they've got to report everything in by January, which is why they're doing this now. This is why it's happening. This is why that you got so many Phyrexia All Will Be One. They've got to try to build some money up because of everything that's gone wrong in the last 90 days. And they probably are sitting there going, we can't say anything, but oh my God! That's what they're probably thinking. They're not saying it. They're not saying it. Chris is probably at a cocktail party talking about it. He's talking about it. He's going, how are we going to fix this? If I talk about Magic... No, it's all right, Chris. It's all good, buddy. It's all good. Things are going to work themselves out because you're not going to decide. Cynthia's not going to decide. The players will, though. They're going to decide for you. And you will have to make products that we want. You're going to have to make products that the players want to enjoy and experience. And that probably means different price points, new twists and turns. And I don't know how Wizards is going to get out of this until they admit it. They have to admit to themselves what's gone wrong. They have to decide on a path forward and how they're going to fix it. All the products we see coming out right now are products that were already in queue. They're already being built. I think there's going to be a few spicy cards just because of what I'm seeing inside Brothers War and the way they've kind of connected the sets. I'm expecting a few really cool cards coming up, guys, that are going to have value. Inside Phyrexia All Will Be One, which is why I said, take a look at the singles. You guys can watch that video if you want, and you can see what I'm talking about, but the singles will probably be where it's at. Although I still think some sealed product will have value later, just because it's print to demand, and if nobody demands it, there won't be reprints, which means lower print runs. But that is not a path forward for Wizards. That's a way for a few risky investors to make some money. The path forward for Wizards is listening to the player base. They got to go read Reddit boards, read the hate and misery that the players are feeling right now, and get them back on side. And that's a very long road ahead. It's not going to be easy. But this is how you know when you take a look at all these little bits of information I'm giving you, spoilers coming out faster, Q4 profits are due soon, and you know the players are mad and not buying anything because the distributors and the LGSs are feeding you that information. What are you going to do, Wizards? What are you going to do? Hey guys, a big shout out goes out to all the fantastic patrons on the Moxman's channel. Thanks again for that continued support. This channel wouldn't be anything without you guys. Looking forward to the live streams. Have a great one. Wizards knows it's bad. Hasbro knows it's bad. Welcome back to the end credits, guys. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. They do know. They do. There is no reason to put those two things out so quickly to start building it. Oh, you're showing us Elish Norn right away. No way. It's like 2 months out from the next set. Literally 2 months out. And you're starting to give these kind of teaser spoilers, and you chose some good ones to show us. They're going to show us some very special ones again soon. Expect more of this kind of stuff going on. They're going to try to use the PR machine to manipulate things their way. They're going to try to get the train back on track. And I don't think players are going to forgive them. I know I'm kind of like petered out on the anger phase. I'm just kind of like, ugh, why, right? I'm kind of that phase, but I'm not spending any money on Magic other than singles. And the singles I'm buying are mostly for the channel right now. So kind of interesting to see where people are going to go with this in the new year. I can't wait to see those Q4 profits. Anyway, thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for hanging out. If you make it this far in the video, the very, 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 very back of the video, where I'm like leaning back, you guys can go ahead. You can put Minimox in the comments section. That will tell me who you people are, who you guys are. It's important. You don't know why, but it's important. I'll see you guys later. Have an awesome day. Yes, have an awesome day. You deserve a good day too. Not just me, you too.